nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, a squad looking to put on a show. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Working the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got an open man. There he goes. Nice throw, great catch, easy glide into the end zone for the touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Washington Huskies offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the left. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Got the tight end outside. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. He caught it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Trying to barge their way in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. All by himself. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Punts it out of the air. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Sends it back in motion. Just keeps slinging it. On target. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on intercepted? Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Now they'll run the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll leave it with the lone back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Jet sweep to the edge. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Line is set on 3rd down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And it's in for a touchdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 4 over Texas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll try to do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. At the 45 on his way. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He'll keep it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Burden. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Turner. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Into the end zone for a touchdown. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Pettis. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Got his man on the outside. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. Going to look downfield again. Using the quick game.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
To the air on second down. Under fire. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Fires left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Gives it on the option. Oh, what a move. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. So now on comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
And now this offense will take the field again. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Second down, he'll throw it. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Burden. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Gonna take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trying to set the tone with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out fast. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. A first down for the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Finds his big tight end. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's first and goal at the 9. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Right on the money. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Huskies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. All that speculation all week, and now we know.
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working there. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. The give on the option. Gets it past the marker. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. He'll do it himself. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. And he's got a touchdown. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Finds his big tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Turner. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Good enough for a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They boot it away on 4th down. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got it. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the back. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the ground from the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Washington sends out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He'll keep it himself. Jukes his way for more. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. On the move. He's in open space downfield.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. Bounced off his feet. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Turner. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Burden. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
At the 23-yard line. 1st down for the offense.
And this is exactly the start that they'd envisioned. Get out of the gate, go 3-0, start to make your mark on this season.
They just got to keep riding the momentum. This team has looked so good so early this year. Nothing seems to faze them at all. David, very, very confident bunch moving forward.
Dang right, I'm confident in what I see. Good start, good team. You can tell they got something special. I know it's early, and there's a lot of time to come down the road, but so far, this definitely looks like one of the best teams in college football.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.